Welcome to the Tech Sharmit podcast, where technology is not just news, but the roadmap to the future. This is a space where we explore the latest tech trends, AI, startups, gadgets, and the ideas that redefine the way we think. Leading this conversation is Amit Sharma, globally recognized as Tech Sharmit. A technologist from Bharat, Amit brings an Indian perspective to the global technology landscape. With deep technical expertise and strong industry insight, and for his contributions and impact within the global tech community, he has been recognized with several prestigious honors, including Google Developer Expert, Microsoft MVP, IBM Champion, and Planet Mainframe Influencer. Through this podcast, he shares practical knowledge, real-world perspectives, and globally relevant thinking designed to help you stay ahead in an ever-evolving technology landscape. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the Tech Sharmit channel to stay updated with future episodes. And if you're looking to level up your skills, don't forget to explore the Tech Sharmit digital course book in the description box, where you'll find thousands of free programming courses curated to help you grow as a developer. So plug in your headphones and join us as we begin today's episode of the Tech Sharmit podcast.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tech Sharmit podcast. Today I am here joined by another very special guest, Pia Langenkrans, who is joining us all the way from Sweden. If I talk about Pia, then she is one of the well-known Microsoft MVP, senior Microsoft 365 expert, currently working as a digital business developer. So today in this episode, we will talk about what Microsoft 365 is, also the use cases of the Microsoft 365. But before we get started, I would like to thank Pia for joining us today in this episode. And now I request you to please initiate the discussion by telling us a bit about yourself.
My name is Pia, as you already said. I am Swedish. I sound American, but I am Swedish. I used to live in the US where I studied a couple of years in college, as a software engineer. So my background is I'm a full stack developer. I don't code that much anymore. I do some vibe coding right now with AI, just like everyone else. But I'm a pretty techie nerd, and I have always been. So that's me, and I love my cat.
Okay. All right. So, Pia, like those who know you from LinkedIn or maybe from your professional background, so they often talk about your technical skills or the way you interact with your team. So we just wanted to know the initial days because we know about your accolades and achievements. So we just wanted to know those initial days when you actually started your journey with this space of digital collaboration. So how it all started back then?
Well, actually, it's two of the basic things about me as a person is that I love efficiency and I'm lazy. So before I started with the SharePoint and Microsoft space, I was a part of a team that eventually became one, just me. Build a SaaS service back in 2003. That's when I left that company. So I was actually coding everything, like every little button, every little thing that needed done. And I entered into this space of SharePoint. And I saw the 2001 version of SharePoint. This is, maybe I'm telling how old I am, so I shouldn't say that. And I was just like, that took me such a long time to code, and it's just working, and you don't have to check that you're logged in on every page. I mean, this was way back when we didn't have all these amazing frameworks that we do now. Yeah. But it was just for me, it was like, this is so efficient and it's so effective. And it was easy. Now everyone who's ever, started out with SharePoint says like, how can you say this is easy? I know it's a bit triggering. You need a little bit of help. That's why people like me exist. But once you get into it, it's like, it's very much well served for you. And I'm like, okay, this is great, because what I want is not being someone who's tinkering with technology. I wanted to, make a difference for someone. save time or make things easier. I want to make things easier for people, and I'm lazy. I want to do that in an easy way. So
Okay, that's a great vision, because if someone is literally trying to make the things easier for the community, then I think this is the she is the like you are the right person for the community, because we need more people like you who literally care of others, or the one who with you are working with all.
oh, thanks for saying that. Okay, good.
Okay, so Pia, now moving ahead, we will talk bit about Microsoft 365 in terms of organization, because we often heard that many organizations struggle to take the control of Microsoft 365. So, in your experience, what does taking control actually mean when we are talking in terms of organization?
Well, taking control is that when is taking control of anything. If you take a control of the car, you mean like, okay, I check the tires, we have gas in the tank, the person driving has a driver's license. And it's pretty much the same with Microsoft 365. It's not one button to push.
Yeah.
And you have to think about a lot of things. Um, and you have to have a driver. You have to have someone who's, into the tech, who can, push all the buttons, check the oil, do all of those things. So you need to have that. It could be someone that have hired to your company, or you outsource it. You do need to have that someone. And you also need to have a good relationship with that someone, because
Right.
sometimes you think that, oh yeah, my nephew, he can tinker with the web page, so he could do this. This is, you have to have someone who can actually drive. And you have to think about the people in the back seat, like who, like it doesn't have anything with the stick or the shear, or anything like that. It's like, okay, people in the back seat, are they going to have a good ride? Like our employees, are they going to be able to work with this? Are they going to be able to get to the destination? And also, the tech guy, the driver, he's not the one who's telling you where to go. You can't just jump into an Uber and be like, go where I need to go. Like, where do you want to go? To that very important place. What is that place? You should know this because you know how to drive. I'm like,
Right.
no, what is it that you want? So you have to think about all of these things. And what happens is that most people, they get a little bit deer in headlights and be like, oh, but I don't know everything about technology, so I can't tell anyone what to do. And that's why you need to have a good relationship with your drivers. It's like, oh yeah, well, I want to go to, the Canary Islands. Well, like, ma'am, this is a car, so we can't drive on water, but I can drive you to an airport where, you can get, so you need to have a good relationship with your tech person, and can be like, okay, this is what I can do. This is what I can't do. And, and don't get angry because we can't drive the Uber all the way to the Canary Islands. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And another thing, Pia, like I often heard that especially the organization, they treat the Microsoft 365 just as a technical platform instead of a digital workplace. So what would be the consequences when organization actually feel that this is just a technical platform, not a digital workplace? So in your opinion, what would be the consequences if someone is proceeding with this mindset?
Well, there are two ways, right? Either the IT department take the reins and do this, and then everyone feels like IT is the department of no. You can't do this. You can't share a document. You can't get anything in this. All they do is say no. Or it is a recommendation. So they go and get everything else. That's what we call, the gray data workspace. You're like, oh yeah, we have an intranet here where we're supposed to do all of these things, but everyone is working in their personal Gmail or something else. They will go around it. So those are the two types of, the extreme consequences, but I think everyone can recognize a little bit of each. And then the risks that comes out of this is that you lose control of your data, because it's in Gmail, it's in Google Drive, it's in Box, it's in Dropbox,
Yeah,
where you're actually like, your company doesn't own the information. You
correct.
can't control it. You can't control access to it, or you can't, archive it or delete it when you have to. Um, and the other way, when IT's Department of No says you can't do anything, then it doesn't work. then the digital workplace doesn't work. You have to click 3,000 buttons before you get anything done. And then, the worst case scenario there, you don't have people working with you. They're just either they're working against your policies or, around them, or they're not working at all. So yeah, sad place to be.
You just mentioned one phrase that IT is a department of no, and I think this will resonate with so many teams, those who are
Yeah.
working in the IT industry. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, another thing, Pia, what you think, organization are utilizing the Microsoft 365 in a best way, or maybe there are any capabilities that they are still that is still underdog, or they are not under utilizing it in a proper way. So, what is your opinion on that?
Well, there are, um, and this goes for me as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it. I have to say it. Power automate, because you as an individual, you don't have to be a tech person at all. You can say, when I get an email from this amazing customer or this colleague or something, do this and this and this and then that. So we can really, in our own space, in our own productivity, we can take control of everything and save a lot of money. Not a lot of money, a lot of time, which is money for some people. And then as an organization, one of the things that we're really not utilizing is the content types. And for everyone to go, what's a content type? It's actually, it's like a template with rules and stuff into it. A template that we might recognize is like we have an offer from a customer. It has a customer name. It has a number on it. A sum. It has a lot of these things, and we can put it in like, is it signed or not? And we can have that as a template, and that can be reused in our entire SharePoint. So no matter what, if I sent this in an email, or if someone put it in a team, or if someone else put it in to the SharePoint, document library, we can get those metadata. We can search for it, and what's so great about that is then it makes sense for all of our AI stuff that we're doing right now. So if someone's like, I'm looking for offers, they can be like, well, you have these in your inbox and you have these over here, and this is the one. So that can save time
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
money, and also
Completely
be
agree.
very compliant.
Yes, right. Okay, and we just mentioned about we talked about two tools that are frequently utilized with all of the organization, that is Teams and SharePoint. So how do you, as an expert, decide like when to allow the flexibility in tools like Teams and Microsoft SharePoint, when we have to standardize the thing? So how you decide it? Because I'm sure like it is not that easy.
Well, let's go back to the car, right?
Yeah.
When would I allow someone to make changes to the car?
Yes.
When they're a very, very good driver. So I will not switch places on the steering wheel for someone to be like, I would be more comfortable in the back, and I want to be steering the car from the back. And I'm like, no, you're
Perfectly
not
fine.
allowed to do that. Yeah, no. I want to have two brakes. No. I want to have 10 shift gears. No. No. So you really have to know the tools really well before you start changing it. And this is also something that's so important with Microsoft 365. These are, ready-made services. This is not supposed to be today. It's not supposed to be something today which you actually go in and change. And thinking about Excel spreadsheets, right?
Yeah.
Who has seen, Excel spreadsheet be like, okay, I get it that you call it Excel, but can't we call it like Dr. Gadget instead? Can we make it not green? Can we have our colors on the tables? Like, no, you don't mess with that. You learn how to use Excel. It's a tool.
Right.
Teams, it's a tool. Now you can do a lot of stuff with SharePoint, but then don't go use the standard stuff because it will save you money. because
Of course.
when Microsoft does changes now, it's going to run over all of your changes, and you're going to have incidents, going live all the time. So,
Mhm. Right. Okay, so moving ahead, let's talk about your other way of contribution. Like you are contributing not only as a professional for Microsoft 365 expert, but also as a Microsoft MVP. So I think you are the right person to tell about some of the best features that comes with SharePoint. So if you had to pick the top SharePoint features that everyone should know, then which one would you going to select, and what would be the reason behind it?
oh wow. Well, when it comes to, the basics of SharePoint, like to use content types, that's amazing. But, that's top level. That's, you have to have the IT person, right, with you and
Correct.
everyone else. But just getting into it, saving a lot of time and energy, then go for learning about document management in Microsoft 365. You don't have to rename stuff. You can search from and get all of the results, because
Mhm.
now I'm going to do it. There are only three places in Microsoft 365 where you have documents, and that is OneDrive, SharePoint, and Exchange. Those are the only three places you have. Then you can see them from so many other places. And you can, when you search for them, or you do a web part search, or looking into your Teams or document library. But if you understand the basics of the document management in Microsoft 365, it's going to save you a lot of time and effort. And then you're going to understand, like, okay, who can see this document, right? Who can see the stuff that I have here that I want to share or work with other people? Because when people are working in Teams chats
Mhm.
and they, upload documents, it actually becomes like everyone gets it in the OneDrive.
Right.
And that's a really bad place, because then our driver can't really fix it because it's something in your purse, in the back.
Right.
So then you shouldn't use that. And if you understand that, then some of the pains of which is the latest document, who can see this, where does that get accessed? I thought it was something. I mean, all of those questions that really take a lot of time and energy and create frustration and stress is out the window. So like, it's boring. I know it's so boring, but your life is going to be so much better on the other side of understanding document management.
Right. Okay. And how do you see AI with these SharePoint and Microsoft Teams? Do you think like it is going to add on some more features in the upcoming years, or how do you see the overall impact of AI?
Well, it's like, I don't know. How old are your listeners? Like, I remember a time before Google. I don't know if anyone else does. Like, we remember the Yahoo searches. You had to go down, and oh God, it was a mess. And we're going to feel the same way with AI. It's going to be so natural. It's going to be everywhere, and we're just going to understand it. We just like we do today. So it's like, just Google it. We're going to be just like, what does your AI agent say about this? What
Right.
we're going to be use it everywhere. And as for using it with your Microsoft 365, is that you cannot skip on understanding document management, and you cannot skip on having structure and order, because I don't think it ever will know the difference between your, crappy draft of this amazing business idea and the actual business idea. It's going to put
Mm.
it in together. So you need to have, really good structure, and you have to have order. It can help
Right.
you once you have the order. It can utilize that once you have it. But, it can't really work with crap. Sorry, maybe that's, maybe you should bleep that out. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but that thing I'm also agree with that you mentioned that AI is also going to be familiar in the upcoming days. Like everyone is has to adopt it, right? No matter like whether you are working as a technical person or a non-technical person, someday like you will feel that yes, AI is now mandatory, because nowadays everyone is talking about AI agents in every domain it is utilizing. So it's better to adopt it and be like by the time you will use it in a better way.
Yeah, and when it comes to AI adoption, I know we're drifting a little bit from the point, but it's like, going back to the car, right? Not
Uh-huh.
everyone has a driver's license, not everyone has a car, but we all understand traffic. We
Correct.
all understand, like, okay, I need to take the bus. And this is how, and also with, doing AI is traffic, and AI can also be electricity. Like, we're not all experts, but, we use it when we cook, but sometimes we don't use electricity
Yes.
when we cook because I want to bake this with my hands because it's very therapeutic for me. But we
Mhm.
do need to understand it, like traffic, like electricity. So everyone needs to understand AI. Like, it can hallucinate, and it doesn't lie to us. It's like electricity is not trying to kill us, but it can.
It can.
Can.
Right.
Yeah, it can. AI can't kill us yet. I don't think so. Okay,
It,
no.
it is going to take jobs if you are not adopting it.
No, it's not.
It is not
Not
going to
yet.
replace anyone. So that is what like we wanted to like from the last couple of podcasts, we are always talking about AI, and we come to the conclusion that no worries, like it is not going to take your job. It is the person who knows the AI will take your job. So it's better to know the skills and try to utilize it. Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
fine. Like it will help you at the end.
Yeah, and also it's like, don't be afraid, right? It's just like, it's like electricity. It's like, don't be afraid, just be cautious. Don't give it your password to your bank, but ask your AI about budgeting, and that's fine. Don't be afraid. Use it, but know some of the basic AI stuff and
Yes, after
checkpoints.
all, human is the one who created the AI, so don't be afraid of it. You are the
Yeah,
creator of it, so you have to just use it for your better day-to-day
yeah.
tasks. Okay, all right. So now, moving ahead, let's talk about one of the habit that is related to the Microsoft 365 only. So, what's the one Microsoft 365 habit you have seen drastically reduces the stress at work? Because nowadays everyone is feeling that yes, there is a stress when we are working. So, one thing or one habit that drastically change and reduce the stress at the work.
Well, for yourself as a person, just being, working as an employee in one place, there is one number one thing you can do.
Hmm.
Your notifications,
Okay.
right? The standard notifications for Microsoft, well, for Teams, I'm talking about Teams now.
Yes.
It's atrocious. It's awful. It gives you, it has the banner, the big thing that comes at the top, and like, someone has mentioned you, someone has done this. You need to take control of that. And my advice to everyone is, like, put everything into the feed
Mhm.
that it's nice to know, and only keep chat as a banner. Otherwise, just like, don't, because if someone likes your comment or if someone replies to your comment, that is not something that you need to know right now.
Immediate. Yes, right.
You can go for that later. Just like we, really good, productive people, they time box when they deal with their inbox, right? We don't stare at our inbox like this and like, am I going to get a mail? Am I going to get? No, we were like, okay, I'm going to go work, and then if I get an email, I'll go check my mail. That's what I. You need to go and check your notifications. And
Right.
if you, because then it won't just pop up everywhere on your screen, everywhere, and it feels like you're missing out. So take control of your notifications. And if you're one step up and you can actually do something about the world, the digital workplace, then like, do a proper team structure. This is how we do departments. This is how we do projects. This is how we use chats, because everyone who's doing everything at once, you have to think about it like, okay, is this, James is in this group and he doesn't understand Teams, so it's probably an email that I got for him with his document.
Right.
No, we should be like, okay, this is a project, it's in the project team. It doesn't matter who knows what. So do the structure. Okay. I'm
Okay.
trying to give short answers, but I feel I'm failing.
No, but whatever you are sharing, I think this is very resonating for all the listeners because, especially the example that you are taking of car or it's MS Teams, because this is something that everyone is facing in their day-to-day life, right? So they can easily relate with the things. So I think we are going in a good direction.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Good.
Yep, yeah. So next question is regarding this question is on the behalf of all those person who are from the non-technical background. So if let's say someone is there who wanted to use Microsoft 365, but they don't have the background of technical knowledge. So for someone like who's isn't technical at all, so what's the part of Microsoft 365 should they focus on first, so that to in order to make their work easier? So what are the few things that they can implement in their life or utilize it?
Well, it depends. And I'm going to say what. So if you're a very, document prone person, then learn OneDrive. Structure your documents, learn how to share and search. If you're a person who has a task base, let's say you're working in a reception or you're a project manager, learn
Yeah.
how to use To Do and Planner, because then that's the important thing, maybe not the document so much. So it kind of depends a little bit on what you're doing. So there are some, but I think those are the basic, like handling your documents, handling your tasks in To Do and Planner to set that up. And then also in Teams, for communicating and keeping in touch, do your notifications, and learn a little bit how you structure your Teams, the left bar. So you put the most important things on the top. You can actually drag and drop a lot, and you can put favorites on things and put groups. So do that, and also go from up to down. Like the most important teams are going on top, so you don't scroll your left bar all the time,
Yeah.
because now everyone is a part of, I don't know, like what, 20, 30 teams, like, and you can scroll forever, so you can do that. Yeah, so that was three things. I'm sorry.
Although, like Pia, there are so many things that we can discuss on Microsoft 365, but we are short on time. So I just want to take a couple of questions related to the support system, your support system, and also the place from you belong. So I just wanted to know, like throughout your journey, who were the key people who have really had a defining impact on your journey or helped you throughout your life so far?
Oh, well, first I have to say my mom, she doesn't know anything about technology, of course. And then all of the cats I've ever had that I can, pet when things are tough, when the configuration isn't working the way it should. But a true shout out to Mats Varnholf. He has a podcast, and we pod together and we hang out together in conferences, and he's really great. He is. And also to my kids and my boyfriend, who let me be when I'm in that space and give me coffee,
Okay.
push me. Yeah. So, and also most of the time, actually, it's my customers that push me and, may, inspire me to go on, because it's the results, being effective, efficient, the lazy stuff, to when they get their hours back from me and I see this sigh of relief from them, and be like, ah, that inspires me to move on, to keep pushing.
Right. Okay. All right. So now, before we conclude the discussion, I just wanted to know few things about your own country, because you are a proud citizen of Sweden. So we just wanted to know the best part of Sweden that is close to your heart and you would like to share with the rest of the world.
Wow. Well, Sweden is a great place. We're not as cold and unfeeling as people think. We're a bit standoffish, but once you get under our skin a little bit, just a little bit, then we're very warm and friendly. And the nature in Sweden is amazing, but my favorite part of it is the archipelago, all of the islands and everything that you can go. I have a house in the countryside which is near, and it's so beautiful, and it's so and you're allowed. This is one of the things that we do in Sweden. You're allowed to enter someone's, even if it's a private island or a private beach. You're allowed to walk on it and be there and enjoy it. So yeah, it's beautiful. Nice people and beautiful views.
I agree. So I think those who wanted to explore the city and the rest of the world, I think they can start with Sweden just to explore their nature and to meet with the people, Swedish people, because there are so
Yeah.
many things they wanted to share. All right. So, yeah, thank you so much, Pia, for joining us today in this episode and for sharing so much information regarding the Micro 365, especially those relatable example. I'm sure those who are listening, they can easily understand the concept with their relatable examples. So, thank you once again for being a part of the show.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. I can talk about this forever. So I'm very honored to be a part of your podcast here. Thank you.
Thank you.